Good evening, James McHale with ABC News. The state government is facing a union revolt a day after it caved into the nurses' demands for a pay rise. At least 2 unions are threatening industrial action before the election if they're not offered the same deal as the nurses.
Nurses wasted no time accepting the government's pay offer of 14% over 3 years.
Nurses and midwives in Western Australia stared down a Premier who has a 9-point margin in the polls, and he blinked first.
After insisting it wasn't appropriate to make the nurses an offer during the campaign, the Premier changed his mind late yesterday and the opposition matched him dollar for dollar. The Premier says the threat of a nurses' strike forced his hand.
Early on Sunday morning I thought through the issue and I thought we cannot have a situation where the lives of patients are at risk. And to go from 12 3/4 up to 14 was not a major change.
Mr Barnett has only acted out of fear of the consequences on ballot day, on voting day, not because he cares about nurses.
While nurses have agreed to end their industrial campaign, Mark Olsen says they won't forget how they've been treated.
Bullied is an understatement. Thuggery is what I would call it.
The government's decision to override its own wages policy has the business community worried.
That sets a precedent for other unions, and we know they're already on the hunt. They can already smell blood. The point here is this is going to cost money.
It didn't take long for other unions to demand the same deal. Prison officers are angry they've only been offered 9% over 3 years.
We will be looking at strike action when we meet on Wednesday. It is clear from the government's actions that they will respond.
The public sector union will also discuss possible industrial action on Wednesday by dental nurses and environmental officers.
They really need to treat all public sector workers equally, and it is just appalling that they're not doing that.
The Premier says he hopes his offer to nurses hasn't set a precedent. Rebecca Carmody, ABC News.